Hello guys, welcome back to Omikron The Nomad Soul. Last time we defeated Commandant Gandar. From here on out, you may want to avoid apartments. An apartment building is very easy to tell because they have doors that look like this, at least in Nekba. All apartments, inside every single apartment, you will find a demon. So, just to give you a heads up on that. Now, the first thing we need to do is we need to go to the second area, or the second zone of the city of Omikron. That will be Chamfer. Now, when we're going to actually walk over there, because it's not that far, I don't think. I think this goes to the beginning of the game, if I'm not mistaken. No, it does not. Okay. We're going to take a look at the map real quick. And see how close we go to access to Chamfer. Okay, so I need to turn around. And as you can see, that's the only things that are red. Is the access to sorcery, which you need. Well, it gives you actually don't need it. That's actually untrue. But you will get you can get certain potions and stuff from them. That's why it's available. So we're going to go access to Chamfer. That actually goes to Kalasar. Damn, that looks like a traffic jam in New York City right there. That's horrible. It really does look like a traffic jam in New York City. So we're going to head over. So it's right next to the supermarket on Zodir Street. There's the gun shop right here. Be careful, you can get hit by the sliders and you will lose health. Okay, so this is Chamfer. You have to pass. Mecha guard looks at you to verify, and you get shot. Are you dead? I was beginning to wonder if anyone was going to touch my body. The mecha card certainly had my description, so it shouldn't be any problem now. Anyway, I've always wanted to be a nurse. So apparently, it actually still transferred the sneak, and I guess because it did that because it was automatic. So now we're going to go back to Chamfer. When you use the reincarnation spell, which I got from the temple, you do lose everything in your sneak. Everything will stay on the multi-plan for some reason, but you lose everything in your sneak. However, in that case, it did not. So we're going to use the slider here, and we will access to Chamfer. So now that you've seen how the soul transfer works, I call it a soul transfer, but I think it's more like a resurrection spell. So we're going to press enter to get into the slider. It will automatically drop me off back at Chamfer. And we will now use it on the mecha guard just by pressing enter.
Thank you. You are authorized to enter this building. Have a nice day.
Okay. Now, because it's a little ways to get into Chamfer, we will call the slider over to so we can get into it. Now, when I get into it, you will notice something very easy. So we're going to access calling the slider. As you can see, it did say access to temple. Well, I want to do it manually. Enter. So you can get the full, so you guys can see the actual situation. So you guys can actually see what I mean by, so you guys can actually see what I'm trying to show. Unfortunately, sliders can be very difficult to control, so all of the Unless I was an idiot just in a callus. I was an idiot and just in a callus. Damn it. That was, yeah, I figured it was because it was so short. But a key thing about Omikron is Omikron's built in a dome. So each city is a separate part of that dome. And all of these look like it's from Anakba. So we're going to access Chamfer. You're going to notice something very different when the door opens. This is Chamfer. As you can see, there's a very different architectural style throughout the whole city. Now, it also has a different feel. Unfortunately, it's very difficult to control the slider as well. So, while we're in Chamfer, how I managed to just go through that is just beyond me. These things are really difficult to control. So we're going to exit the slider here. Actually, it's funny because the slider actually changed color. So, there's a drugstore, I believe, right here, which is really odd. No, this isn't the drugstore. This is the drugstore. I believe this is the drugstore. As you can see, the inside of all the drugstores is exactly the effing same. All the stores are like this.
Sad and lonely.
Why is beyond me, but it's true. There is a couple of differences, and the next area we're going to go to show that. And like I said, stay out of all the apartments if you want to live. The demons are after you right now. So this is one of the restaurants in Chamfer. As you can see, it's basically the same layout. Not a whole lot difference. It still looks like it's from Anekba. So I just wanted to give you and show you that there are a lot of similarities. Oddly enough, it does work that way. So we know we need to access the temple. So we will. Okay, I do have the talisman, which is the sign of the awakened. Also, there are. Before I do forget, there are banks in each zone, so you don't have to be in Anekba if you want it. This goes to Lahore. Which is the third zone of. Which is basically the third zone of Omikron. Now you cannot enter Lahore yet, but because it is closed off, but it is there if you need it. This building right here is, I believe, the Omikron, the central bank of Omikron, which is where. Is that true? Yes, this is the central bank of Omikron, where you can sell all your items, anything you don't want. And you can sell anything that doesn't pop up in red. If it pops up in red, it is known as a quest item. Oddly enough, there's no PA system there, so let's see if there's anything else that catches my eye before we hit the. And unfortunately, it is a freaking maze in Chamfer, which is true. It is a maze. So I don't see anything else that catches my eye right away. So we will now go to. Now we will go to the temple. So we're going to go to the temple first. The reason I didn't really, okay, we can't go that direction. Damn it. The sorcery location is still in Anekba. I think that's the only one that I am aware of. So there may be others, but to the best of my knowledge, I could be wrong. So we're gonna go this direction here, and this way, I believe. And also, please bear in mind, if you do get lost, always look at the map. The map will help you a little bit. So as you can see, it's Salomon, which is who I am. You see the temple there. It looks like I might be able to get to it, and access to Anekba. As you can see, this is more maze-like. So it is where we are going. Okay, I've never seen that glitching it. Okay, looks like the game went decided to go all ape shit on me. talk about fucking annoying as fuck. I may have to save. No, I don't. Okay, oh, damn it. It's only in that one spot. Thank goodness, because I was getting concerned that I broke the damn thing. It happens. Okay, and another thing I also want to do, this gets you to this area you can go into, but I want you to pay attention to something. See that actually the supermarket? Nope. As you can hear, the audio cut off, plus the fog is there. So something that okay, there is a supermarket there. I don't know if it's just because it's a sign or what. This area, you will visit this area like twice, I believe. Unless the supermarket's down here. Nope. He doesn't look like he's in great state, but he's tough looking. And anytime, like I said, anytime it says that, you can use the resurrection potion, and you can resurrect yourself. So you will enter this area twice, and the only things noticeable that are fairly noticeable is the this fenced off area. And if you follow this fenced off section, which you can if you want, you will notice that there's really not a whole lot into this section, which is, I guess it's normal. I think you can climb this, but I don't think you can do it now, can you? No, you can't really climb that. Okay, you will be climbing that later on. I don't want to give away too much at the moment, but you will be doing that. Now, you can hear birds, which is actually odd. And up this little ramp here, if that's what you want to call it, but up this little ramp, it will lead you to another noticeable area. As you can see, the sign is like Chamfer, and it says it's shut. So you will be visiting that much later in the game. That's actually the furthest I've ever gotten in this game, but I do want to try to do a full playthrough of Omikron The Nomad Soul. So just to give you a brief overview of the game, of this zone itself. I know a lot of times I'm doing a lot of walking. It's to try to explain a few things for those who have never played this game before, as this is a very open world game that can be fairly confusing for new players. So I just want to go ahead and try to get that information out. So the first thing we're going to do now is we will head to the temple. That is actually our second quest, and if we look at the memory, it will tell you the past is Gandar's. There's a big guy called Yob waiting for you in the temple. He will lead you to someone who wants to talk with you. Be careful. So, actually, you can climb, but I think you can climb. No, I thought you could climb in this game. No, apparently not. Okay, I thought you could climb. Well, you can climb, but sometimes it's a pain in the ass. Okay, we're gonna go with the apeshit textures right now. Actually, okay. And it is confusing. So this is the bookstore. It's the exact same. I think it's this bookstore as in Anekba, which is really funny because all the shops look like they're in Anekba on the inside, but on the outside they're not. So it's like a lot of it I think is to save space. So this is from here we're going into the temple, and the only noticeable thing, actually, is this the temple? I don't know. This is the back side of the temple. This isn't the front of the temple. This is the back side of the temple. There is something noteworthy. Yeah, over here. And it's not that pool of water. I don't think this pool of water actually is noteworthy, to be honest. Yeah, you can go in it. I don't think it's. I just don't think it's really noteworthy. Yeah, it's really not noteworthy at all. It doesn't look like it. So it's just a pool of water. If it is noteworthy, I'm not aware of it. In Chamfer, be careful of doors that look like that, because that is apartments, and if you want to avoid apartments, you want to avoid those if possible. The only thing really noteworthy in this over by the temple is this little area here where it says drugstore. I think you can go through these doors, correct? Oh, no, that's the drugstore. I didn't realize that was the drugstore. That's the drugstore. I hit spacebar, didn't realize it.
Sad and
Okay, the only thing worthy of note, I believe, there's some lovers. Oh, I guess it's down here then. Which I didn't think that was true. Is it really down here? Yes, okay. Down here, there's a very small park. It's actually not a park, but it is a little area where people have. I like how it says it's shut before you even press enter. So it's obvious those are doors, not just decoration. That's actually a back way into the temple, which you will see what I mean when I say back way into the temple. There's also, oh shit, that's not it. Damn it. Hold up. Let me figure out exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, I see the where it says temple, but that's not what I'm actually referring to. Because I can get to the temple here. No, damn it. That's not the temple. You will actually go there later on in the game, but not right away. The temple itself is right here. I thought there was something very close to the temple. And I'm not seeing it right away, so it may take a while. Stay out of those things. Okay, I'm not seeing it right away, so we're going to skip it. Yeah, I'll find it later on. Always give the homeless people some money. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, the Supreme Being will reward you. Okay, you are now in the temple. We're going to save here as well. Click the new save button. You can save unlimited number of times. I'm going to go ahead and mute as well. Man has a metal face and he's built like a brute. Must be a powerful fighter. Are you Yop?
Follow me.
And he disappears, so there is a way here. It's right up here. There's a hole in the picture right in the center of the symbol. Use the talisman. A small door will open. Walk through the elevator. You are now in the underground sect of the Awakened. You will see a cutscene very shortly after you walk down this ramp. It's locked. The sign on the door says Jenna's cell. If you have to figure out what these symbols mean, I want to go ahead and write these down just to be on the safe side. Okay, I did write all those symbols down because I wasn't sure if they actually are going to make any difference. We'll now walk through the big door. Here's a small cutscene. Welcome to Awaken's first base. Jenna is right here. We'll talk to her.
Welcome to the Awakened. As you can see, it's no palace, but the air here is better than up top.
I know you, don't I? You're Jenna 712. You were accused of being a member of the Awakened. You were also the one who set up this secret meeting.
Yes, it was me. The first time I saw you in Security HQ, I could feel right away that your soul was from elsewhere. I thought you might be able to confront Gandar. I followed your investigations and gave you the information you needed to find him.
It's a good thing I declared you innocent.
It sure is. Otherwise, I would have been condemned to thought erasure. Accept this little gift as a token of my gratitude.
Thanks. By the way, how did you recognize me? I'm not in Kill's body anymore.
The envelope changes, but the content remains the same.
What's this place?
You're in one of the secret bases of the Awakened. This is where our men train and prepare for operations up top.
Interesting.
Follow me. I'll lead you to the one who wants to see you.
Sorry about that. I just lost a good portion of my drink. What I will say is, before I forget, if you can, basically, I just lost like a liter, and the Ziploc totes are really, really good.
The man who wants to see you is behind this door. When your meeting is over, come and see me in my room. See you then.
The Ziploc totes are really, really good. So they are waterproof.
The religion of the Green Book teaches that men are no more than dreams in the sleep of the Supreme Being. My name is Dakabar. I am a Yeshu priest. I had you brought here because we have a common enemy.
Tell me about Astaroth.
Astaroth is the master of the infernal legions. He sends his demons into the city in search of souls. He derives his power from their suffering.
What do you know about the demons?
They spread through the population by taking on human form. If no one stops them, they will soon be masters of Omikron.
Who knows the existence of the demons?
The inhabitants of Omikron are ignorant of the existence of the demons. They never show themselves in broad daylight. Even the government denies their existence. We, the Awakened, are the only ones who can fight them.
Can you tell me what happens when I die? Why can I change bodies?
Your soul does not belong in this dimension. You cannot die here while your physical envelope is in your dimension. When you die, your soul passes into the body of the first person who touches your corpse.
Why are the Awakened the only ones who can combat the demons?
We are the only ones who know they're among us. The others prefer to deny their existence. By the time they open their eyes, it'll be too late. The demons are formidable adversaries. Our waiver weapons have no effect on them.
So how do you kill a demon?
The only way to kill a demon is with your bare hands.
What would happen if a demon succeeded in stealing my soul?
He would lock it up in a small cage called a Kismar and bring it to his master Astaroth. It would be cast into the reservoir of souls, where it would suffer 1,000 tortures. You would be condemned for all eternity. Deprived of its soul, your true body would become a mere shell. Or, worse, the home of a demon.
But if my soul changes bodies, then I must be immortal.
In a sense. When you die, you take the body of someone else. But you lose all the skills you had acquired. Strength, mana, powers. But you risk far more than that by staying in Omikron. You risk infernal damnation.
There must be some means of saving my soul.
I don't know whether you can still escape your destiny. If a means of saving your soul exists, only Boz, the Master of the Awakened, knows it.
Who is Boz?
Boz is the virtual being, the Rider. He lives on the Multiplan network. He's the Supreme Master of the Awakened. His knowledge is immense.
Where can I meet Boz?
You can't meet Boz just like that. It's very rare and difficult to see him. It requires considerable energy for him to leave the network. He has to use the binary data tides to carry him to the surface and become visible. Not many are allowed to speak to him in the few minutes at his disposal.
I must speak to Boz.
Oh, I doubt if that's possible. Only the Awakened can speak to him.
Let me be awakened. If I don't save my soul, I'll be damned for all eternity.
I should be able to speak to Boz at the next binary equinox. I'll ask him if he wants to receive you. In the meantime, you can join Phalanx 5, one of the secret units of the Awakened.
Very well. By the way, how will you recognize me if I change bodies?
Don't worry about that. All the Awakened read souls. We'll recognize yours, whatever body you occupy. Now, go.
Okay. We will go back to Jenna's room. Or Jenna's cell. And after we do that, that will be a good place to save. I've spoken with Dakoba. He offered to let me join the Awakened, or Dakoba.
I hope you prove yourself equal to the honor conferred on you. The life of an awakened hangs by a thread.
Tell me about the Awakened.
We are a secret caste who fight the demons and the dictator Reshev's corrupt power system. We are the only ones aware of the existence of the demons and capable of confronting them.
Does Reshev govern Omikron?
On the top of the power pyramid is Ix, an extremely powerful computer that has ruled over all for more than 500 years. It gives orders to Legatee Reshev and his government. Then, there are the Trusts, Kansu, and Tetra.
Tell me about the Trusts.
The Trusts own everything of value in Omikron. They make our clothes, our vehicles, everything, right down to our food. They even have their own armies. They're conducting a merciless war with each other in order to acquire economic supremacy. The weirdest thing of all is that no one knows who's at the head of the Trusts.
Tell me about Ix.
Ix is the computer that plans and organizes everything in Omikron. It uses statistical criteria to pass laws and make decisions about people's lives. Legatee Reshev is responsible for having the orders carried out. It was Ix who decided to censor dangerous ideas in order to maintain political stability. That's the state of affairs in Omikron today. Power is in the hands of a machine.
Tell me about Reshev.
Legatee Reshev, an iron fist in a silk glove. He is a violent and bloodthirsty dictator and will stop at nothing in order to increase his wealth. He is cultivating a veritable personality cult. His image is all over the city. He smiles on the Transcan while his chief of police, Krif Mashrud, leads a merciless campaign of repression.
What have the Awakened got to do with all this?
The Awakened are fighting for freedom, in order not to be governed by a machine, but by human beings that we ourselves choose freely. We're trying to open up the eyes of the Omicronians so that one day we can get rid of those who made slaves of us.
By what methods and means?
Reshev leaves us no choice but violence. We use sabotage to destabilize the government and bring the people to their senses.
That's enough. Let's go and see Namtar now. Were you saying... Did you actually say that or what? Okay. So, you now have a little bit of free reign. We're going to save real quick, and then we will end this episode here. This has been Omikron The Nomad Soul. I actually think this is part 11, to be honest. And we will then return, and we will visit Namtar along with a couple other things within the game itself. So what I'll do is I will end the episode, and that will begin the next part after that. Until next time, this is Hot Solar Gaming saying bye bye.